In this video, you will learn how to find the surface area of cylinders. Now, to understand this lesson, you first must understand how to find the circumference of a circle and the area of a circle, and you also must know how to find the lateral area and total area of a prism. So assuming we know that, we can jump into this lesson where we are trying to find the surface area of cylinders. And why you need to know the prism formulas is because a cylinder is a form of prism where the bases, instead of being polygons, are now circles. So you have a picture that looks something like this. So assuming we know the lateral area formulas, formula for a prism and the total area formula, we can use those same things to get the formulas for the cylinder. So the lateral area, by definition, remember, is the area of the lateral faces of a prism. So here, okay, what we're dealing with is like the side, right? Because lateral means side. So the bases would be the circles. The lateral area would be the area of the sides. So the area of everything except for the top and the bottom. And with the prism, remember the lateral area formula is equal to the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism. So in this case, the perimeter of the base, or P, we are now dealing with circumference instead. So that perimeter is the same thing as circumference of a circle. So what we have is really a circumference times the height. So this is why you need to know your circumference formula, is because circumference is required to figure out the lateral area, and circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. So what we have is going to be the lateral area is pi times diameter, then multiply that by the height. And then the total area is the area of not just the sides, but also the two bases, the top and the bottom. So in math notation, we can write this, instead of writing out area of the bases, we can use a capital B for base, so the area of the base. And the area of the base would be the area of the circles, right? Because the bases are circles. So what is the area of a circle? Well, that's found by doing pi times radius squared. So in place of the B, we can plug in pi times radius squared, which is what we see right here. So we have the lateral area, pi times diameter times height. Add that with the area of the two bases, so 2 times pi r squared. That gives you the total area. So now let's use these formulas to find the lateral area and total area of two different cylinders. So example 1, we are given this picture, and to begin, we want to find the lateral area. So to find the lateral area, remember that is perimeter of the base times the height of the prism. So perimeter of the base would be found by doing the circumference, which is pi times diameter. So we have pi times diameter times the height. Well, what is the diameter? Well, the radius is 4. Diameter is all the way across, which would be 8. So diameter is 8. The height of the prism would be from base to base, so top to bottom, that's 6. So diameter is 8, height is 6. You plug that in, we get pi times 8 times 6. 8 times 6 is 48. So we have 48 times pi, or 48 pi. And when you multiply 48 times pi, you get approximately 150.8, and it's going to be inches squared, because area is a two-dimensional measurement, so it's inches to the second power. So that is your lateral area, and then we can find the total area. So to find the total area, we take the lateral area, plus we add in the area of the two bases. So the area of the base we find by finding the area of the circle, which is pi times radius squared. So we have pi times radius squared. Radius is 4, so we have 4 squared times pi. 4 squared is 16, so we have 16 times pi. And 16 times pi is going to be 50.26, or I guess 27 if you round. So that's going to be the area of one base, but we have two bases, right? So we take the 150.8, that's your lateral area, and then we have two of those 50.27s. So what is 2 times 50.27? It's going to be 100.54. You add that with 150.8. So 150.8 plus 100.54. And that gives you 251.34. So the total area is 251.34 inches squared. That is the area of all the surfaces on this cylinder, the top and the bottom, and also the side. Let's do one more example, and let's see if you can get this one on your own. So you can pause the video if you need, and then unpause when you're ready to hear the explanation. So for example 2, we want to find the lateral area and the total area. And to do that, the lateral area is found by doing the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism. Well, the perimeter of the base, that is your circumference, right? That's the distance around that circle, and circumference is pi times diameter. So lateral area is pi times diameter times the height. The radius is 3, it's halfway across. Your diameter is all the way across, which is 6. So diameter is 6, the height is the distance from top to bottom, which is 5. So what we have is pi times 6 times 5, which gives you 30. So 6 times 5 is 30 times pi, and 30 times pi is 94.2 inches squared. And then to find the total area, we take the lateral area, plus we add in the top and the bottom, the two bases. And the lateral area we already knew was 94.2, so we plug that in. And then the area of the base is the area of the circle, which is pi times radius squared. And we have two bases because we have top and a bottom. So pi times radius squared. Radius is 3, so we have pi times 3 squared, which is 9. So that's pi times 9, or 9 pi. And then 2 times 9 times pi is 18 times pi, which gives you 56.5. And if you add those together, 94.2 plus 56.5, that gives you the total area, which is 150.7 inches squared. So that is the area of not only the lateral face, like the sides, but also the top and the bottom, the two bases. So in this video, you've learned how to find the lateral area and the total area of a cylinder. And that concludes our lesson for today. We will see you next time.